Alright, good morning Phnom Penh. Best city of all time. Look at these clouds. So beautiful. Wow. So zen. Alright, Chief Correspondent Kim Das. Alright, some thoughts. Yeah, essentially why Phnom Penh PP is paradise. So, first and foremost, you got the riverfront view, which is like people will spend a small fortune for. And also, just like the people here are insanely awesome. It's like, I think, the aesthetics, ethos of the place, even the language, I like the way it sounds. It's kind of like a more softer Vietnamese. Yeah, Khmer aesthetics are great, people are great, the culture is great, yeah, everything is great. And what's also beneficial and fantastic is the city is actually relatively underpopulated compared to other cities. So for example, you got like, you know, this amazing riverside view, right? But look at it, it's just like, if this were Hong Kong, there'd be skyscrapers up the gazoo, right? And so what's the biggest benefit of being here, my opinion, is yeah, like there's more room opportunity to do stuff, right? Wow, look at these clouds, guys. Look at these clouds, unobstructed views of the sky. I love it. Wow, look at that. Wow, look at that, guys. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? And Lumix S9 is the new goat. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So it looks like for the most part, I guess like Thailand and Bangkok is more on people's radar than Cambodia. And I don't know, maybe I think it's actually a branding issue. I think you know, there's been lots of movies done about Bangkok and Thailand already, I guess. So maybe that's why people like it and prefer it. But I also think that a smart strategy in life is to go to like where people are not yet. Like, you know, the Wayne Gretzky quote, the skate to where the puck is gonna be, not where it is at. And so obviously the same thing with Bitcoin, right? And things that AI are good at, things that AI is not good at. So, I mean, I'm sure AI could do realistic looking vlogs in the future, but I'm starting to feel like we're entering this autotelic phase where you essentially want to do things for the sake of it. Like, you're not doing things for a profit motive. I mean, just buy MSTR stock, Bitcoin. You're not going to have to worry about money's no mores. And as a consequence, everything you do instead is autotelic, meaning you do it for the sake of it, because you're genuinely interested in it, and that you're passionate about it. So the reason why this is kind of interesting is, once again, I think the big issue about living in the States is that, like, you know, everyone's trying to chase money and profits, and I'm starting to realize it's not out of fault of people, it's the cause of the economy, that the whole system's broken. And the reason why life in America is such a grind, the truth is, structurally, you know, you're like a salmon swimming upstream, except you're not a salmon, you're like a minnow. So, like, the reason why your life here in Phnom Penh will be far better than in the States is like the purchasing power parity, PPP. So the basic idea is here for Japanese Wagyu all you could eat, essentially it's like 29 bucks, whereas in the States it might cost you, I don't know, 120 bucks or something like that. Or even all you could eat, just Korean barbecue is like 15 bucks, which now in the States is like 70 bucks. It's kind of crazy, the prices in the States. Or like, for example, you could live in the most epic luxury high-rise here in Phnom Penh for like, what, 1,500 bucks a month versus paying, what, $8,000 a month in the States. Everything here just feels like kind of more in reach. And my general thought is, if you were to be happy, living here in Phnom Penh makes more sense. Or if you're aspiring to be a Bitcoin-powered digital nomad, a Bitcoin nomad. Is it really come up with the idea? Not digital, cyber nomad. I'm a Bitcoin nomad. It just makes more sense. And also, like, if you want to send your kids to the most elite, uber awesome, hands-on schools, right? What, like 500 bucks a month compared to what, $5,000 a month in the States? Yeah, and I think purchasing power is being reduced in the States. Even if you work at a big tech company, right? You could barely afford a condo, townhouse, maybe single family house in LA, forget about it, right? And it seems like the only people who are able to afford a single family home right now in the States is essentially, like, I kind of found this from personal knowledge, like, let's say baby boomers generation, like people in the 60s and 70s who have a house somewhere else, I don't know, in Vancouver or whatever, they sell it and then they come to LA and they buy it all in cash because they already sold their house, right? So once again, for us millennials, I don't know, Gen Z, zillennials, etc., the whole calculus becomes untenable. Oh yeah, look at that. Give me see this. Yeah, look at that. And I've been very much enjoying these morning walks. I think, wow, look at this pink sky. Unobstructed views is good. And I'm also using this, cross-process Lumix thing. Yeah, essentially the Lumix S9 is, I call it Baby Godzilla on steroids. So I think then the question is, like, what is the point of all this? I think, obvious things like get married, have kids, obviously. And, to a certain extent, the more kids you have, the better, I guess, right? And still, the reason why I think people ain't having no more kids in the States is because, America's kind of this weird position where we're kind of like uber maximum. We're like capitalism 4.0. We're like so beyond that it's like everyone's kind of in self-destruction mode. Whereas the great thing about being here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia is there's so many individuals who see opportunity. They're like a huge young population, right? So obviously the tragedy of the Khmer Rouge and the genocide essentially gave birth to a huge young population of like entrepreneurial, scrappy, happy folks. And Khmer people are generally like happy and kind and zen and simple. Ironically, I also find that Phnom Penh is actually more zen than even Kyoto. Yeah, the Japanese are kind of a bag of cortisol. They're just kind of always stressed out. And also, I really like the way that the Khmer aesthetics looks. I think if you were to be happy, at least visit Phnom Penh. The reason why I really, really do not like Siem Reap is, I have an interesting economic theory. Any city in which they actually develop into a real city, like Saigon or whatever, essentially not like a town that is not dependent on tourism. So Siem Reap